As the summer of 2023 begins, we've already seen record-breaking temperatures sweeping throughout the globe. From forest fires in Canada to a heat wave in Siberia, the heat is only going to get more intense, and it is going to get compounded as the El Nino system sets in. For Pakistan, just this week, Amnesty International South Asia office released a groundbreaking report on the extreme heat that is now going to affect Pakistan regularly. The report focuses on two regions, Jigbabad, which is known for its extreme heat, and Lahore, an example of urban areas where construction and development has caused an intense amount of urban heat buildup. The report argues that Pakistan's constitution guarantees fundamental rights, and the climate impact of heat actually infringes upon these rights, including economic rights, social rights, and general accessibility rights, especially to vulnerable groups. To further explore this, we actually talked to Amnesty International's regional director, and she had this to say.
In 2021 and in 2022, during the summer months, Amnesty was analyzing and looking at just how the heat and the lack of adequate resources and capacity to deal with this heat in Jacobabad in Lahore impacted people's human rights. It impacts right to health, it impacts right to housing and social security, and just the lack of recognition by authorities both within Pakistan and outside of the need for immediate urgent action to put in place heat action plans, to put in place social security, is impacting ordinary people's lives and people's right to health and even the right to life. I think countries like Pakistan are really bearing the brunt of climate-induced natural disasters, much of which they have the least contribution to. And this is very clear when we look at Pakistan's NDCs of 2016 predictions, which says that it requires between 7 to 14 billion US dollars a year to deal with the impact of climate change. Pakistan is the 35th most vulnerable state in the world to climate change, but in terms of readiness, it's rated at 149 by the Notre Dame Global Adaptation Initiative. And it's very clear that wealthy industrialized nations really do have an obligation to provide Pakistan with the funds that it requires and the climate adaptation financing to provide it with the technical capacity to respond to the kind of heat waves and catastrophic floods that we are seeing in the country. And this obligation, as we see it, is yet to be fulfilled. Pakistan needs a lot more in terms of climate financing to be able to meet its needs.
The report actually targets both Pakistan's international development partners, which have a unique responsibility to support Pakistan's adaptation and mitigation measures, but also asks the Pakistani government to build heat action plans for every district in the country so that actual responsibility can be taken on ground and relevant steps can be taken when the next heat wave takes place.